Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. For those of you that are new, my name is Mary, and I appreciate you stopping by. And to my subscribers, thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate you guys also. If you are new here and you like what you're hearing, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Okay, so today I want to take a look at what's going on with the pandemic. And it seems like, it has taken a back seat in a sense because of what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, which, everybo's focused there. But it seems that no one is really talking about the pandemic, the mandates, and that kind of thing. And I know that in most cases, the mandates are being lifted not only for the mask, but in some cases, people don't have to show cards or anything like that in the states that wanted them, concerning whether or not they had taken, had gotten the shot. So, I want to know, are we out of the woods? Spirit, can you tell me if we're out of the woods? Are we getting a clear on this pandemic? And I do know that things are not just going to clear up all of a sudden, I wouldn't think. But just for the most part, what are we looking at? Can we be confident enough to feel like we can go out in public without having to worry about without the mandate, without the mask and things like that? I did see where in some stores now they do have signs up that say, like permanent signs that say stay 6 feet apart. So maybe that's just going to be a part of our lives. And I'm thinking that if you want to wear the mask, that's up to you. I'm still wearing mine, but I want to know, can we be confident enough? Are we out of the woods? Is the pandemic, is it over? What's to come as a collective? What can we expect concerning the pandemic? And that's my question. Okay? So let's see what the cards have to say. Spirit, as a collective, what can we expect concerning the pandemic now that the focus is on other things and the mandates are being lifted in some states? People are going back to work. Children are going back to school without having to worry about wearing a mask. What can we expect from this, Spirit? What can we expect as a collective? Okay, Hierophant jumped out there. And of course, that's about the rules, the laws. The mandates are coming down, that kind of thing. It's about us coming together again, unity. But fives are about challenges also. So I can see that we will have, from the way it's looking there may be some more challenges coming up. But you know what? I think I'm going to put that back in, and I'm going to continue. Feel like I need to shuffle a little more, even though that jumped out. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords jumping out here. Now, this is telling me that we may need to be a little bit cautious about this, because even though we're, being ambitious, we're ambitious about things getting back to normal. There is a potential that we're not out of the woods yet. So, yeah, we feel like we've been restricted. We feel like we've been tied up. We've been tied down mentally. We need some clarity concerning this. There is a need for a resolution, that kind of thing. So that's what we're looking for. We need to be clear about what's going to happen. Okay, these cards are jumping out, so I am going to go ahead and pull some cards and talk about it. Okay. Can we feel like we are clear about the pandemic spirit? How many cards do I have here? As a collective, what can we expect? Well, at the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups, which is telling me, to me, I read that as a bravery card. We've done some things. We've got to be brave. Those 8 cups are sitting there, but are we ready? Are we willing? Are we brave enough to walk away and accept the other 3 that's in the future for us? This is how I'm feeling as a collective. We've stacked these emotional cards up. We're ready to walk away and receive what's ahead of us. But let's pull some more cards here. Okay. We have the 3 of Pentacles. It's telling me that some kind of agreement was reached. I'm feeling there was some kind of a contract maybe that's been signed, or there's been some negotiations going on concerning the pandemic. But who would that be with, though? Now I'm thinking this card is about maybe the people. None of I got in this card. I'm feeling like maybe the people that, the ones that were in charge of the pandemic, are kind of walking away from the whole thing, from the contracts and that kind of thing, from the maybe from the pharmaceuticals and that kind of thing. Because if there's the mandates are being lifted, there's no sense in having people continue to take the shot and that kind of thing. But let's just see what else comes up here. I have the 6 of the lovers coming up, and this is about decisions we have to make. Yeah, there's that angel over them, and we're being asked to make a decision. So we're still not sure. There's still some negotiations going on here. So I got a feeling that even though we want to walk away from all that, there's still some we're still not sure. We still have to make some type of decision about this because the lovers are showing up. Okay, we have the Page of Swords showing up next. Okay, the Page of Swords. Pages bring messages, of course, and that Page of Swords may bring something. It's an intellectual message. We need to make a decision about it, but there's a double-edged sword. This may be some information that's coming up that we are not expecting concerning the pandemic. So there's still something that may happen that we're not expecting. So let's keep going. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, so this is fated. Whatever is going on with this pandemic is fated. And I guess we should know that the pandemic is here for a reason. It came for a reason. As a matter of fact, this is my past card in the past. It was fated that the pandemic show up. So you got that for the past. And then we have the Magician showing up as the outcome, as the crown of the situation. And of course we know that Magician has what he needs to work out whatever situation, to manifest whatever it needs. It's a creativity card, it's a success card, and that kind of thing. So with this unexpected information here that's coming up, the magician knows how to bring forth success. So let's just keep going here. Okay, so it looks like with this seven of wands showing up here, it looks like we're in a kind of on a defensive about the whole thing. It's still, to me, I'm still getting that we're not sure. So who's being defensive about it? Let's keep going. Yeah, there's some fighting going on still. There's some back and forth going on about it. And maybe this could even be about the mandates, because they haven't totally been lifted. But, you know, some people are feeling that it's okay. I have a feeling that some people are feeling like it's okay, but then there's others that are feeling like we're still going to be challenged with it. So some people are going to be on defensive about it. Okay, and next we have the moon showing up. And of course we know the moon is about illusions. And again, are we seeing everything? It's like something may be hidden from us concerning this. There may be some illusions going on. We don't see everything clearly. So with these three cards showing up here, I'm feeling like there's some other things going on. And the question was, should we still be concerned? Can we feel like we're that we're in the clear? Next card up is the Eight of Swords. Now, swords, again, we're talking about thoughts, our mental thoughts and that kind of thing. So we're feeling like we've been tied down, or, we don't really see what's in front of us, because it's like we have this mask on, so we don't see everything, and that would work right into that moon card there, that illusions card. So are we seeing the whole picture of what's going on? We know that in the background there's some fighting going on. People are on the defensive. Okay, and then, wow, the last card up is the Ten of Swords. Now with this card I'm thinking, okay, tens are about endings, but it's like someone has been betrayed. Who's been betrayed here, Spirit? Who's been betrayed, and who's feeling like they've been stabbed in the back? With the Swords cards that I see coming up here, which is the Page of Swords, which can bring news that is unexpected. Then we have the Eight of Swords that, I think that people have felt like they've been kind of, we felt like we've been kind of tied down and that kind of thing because of, or entrapped because of the pandemic. But the pandemic was fated. We're at the end of it, but there's been some betrayal. There's been some things going on that we don't know about, because this moon card is showing up here too, that's telling me that there's been some illusions, some delusions, something that we don't know about going on in the background. Somebody is on the defensive about it, and then there is some infighting going on about it. So, and as I said, at the bottom of the deck, someone's walking away. Okay, so what I want to know now, Spirit, can you clarify for me? I need to clarify some things. What is this Page of Swords about? What is this Page of Swords about? Foundation card. This news. What is this news that the page is bringing us? Is this something we can be excited about? Or something that's we're going to be challenged about? Tell me about the Page of Swords, Spirit. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords jumping out here. And the Queen, she is very intellectual. The Queen of Swords, she's a leadership person. She has she is a justice kind of queen. She wants to bring balance to things. So we may be finding out something. This news may be something about justice. Even though the Justice card hasn't shown up, she is related to justice. She wants to make sure that justice happens. So she knows, she's very intellectual. She knows what she's doing. She's a great leader, you know. Of course, she's beneath the king, but she is, that Queen of Swords, you know, has a lot of intellectual information. And I think that she's telling us here that there's going to be justice. We're going to hear about justice coming as far as, or things being balanced. Things being balanced is what that Page of Swords is bringing us. Now, who's on the defensive? Why are we on the defensive with that 7? With that 7 of wands there. Who's defending themselves, Spirit? Tell me about the 7 of wands. Why is it necessary? It's because of the money. The money that's involved. Wow. Okay. So, of course, we know that people made a lot of money concerning, you know, because of the pandemic. I mean, just even the stocks, if you invested in things related to the pandemic, probably made a lot of money. So the people that, but why would they be on the defensive about the money? Okay, are we going to find out that there was a lot of money involved in this? Is that something that, because it's right next to that moon card, and it's telling me that we've been in the dark about something, that there's been some illusion going on. So, okay. Have we been in the dark? Yes, looks like we've been in the dark. We've had some decisions to make. Okay. Let's look at the 5 of wands. Okay, the world cards, as you can see, just jumped out. Okay. So this is coming to there is a completion coming. Even though there's some infighting going on here. Maybe people don't know which way to go with this, especially concerning when it comes to the money end of it. But there is a completion, an ending with this world card coming up. And it's like around the world. So it's like, even though we're not even paying attention, nobody's saying anything about the pandemic, about the mandates or anything like that. Of course, the war has people moving all over the place. I'm sure everybody doesn't have a mask on and that kind of thing. This is a completion to that. And this fighting here, usually this, well, it's a challenge. There's a challenge for the world. There's going to be change concerning the world when it comes to the pandemic, because it was, as we all know, fated. Well, I feel. I don't know if we all know that. But maybe in the end, it's going to bring some conclusion to the fighting that we've been doing, you know, as a collective. We've been so divided. As a people, we've been divided one against the other, and that kind of thing has been going on since 45. It's shown up more, I'll put it that way. So maybe with everything that is going on, it's going to bring changes around the world. Now let me clarify that moon card, Spirit. The moon card. Okay, I'm getting the 9 of Swords again. Again, another mental, something to do with mental. We've been worried. Of course, we've been worried about it. What to do? People are staying up nights wondering, you know, is this it? Or, you know, so much going on. We've been worried about a lot of things. So another card concerning that moon card, Spirit. It's like we've been kept in the dark about something, and we're worried about it. Or somebody's worried about it. Somebody's worried about it. Something that's been kept in the dark. Okay, 2 cards flew out. Strength card, which is telling me that you know, we need to be strong, that kind of thing. We are in a position to tame it, to take care of what needs to be taken care of when it comes to the pandemic. There's been a lot of tension, but it's time for us to try to manage it. We've endured this long. We've been strong enough to endure this long, and we have to continue to do that because we can bring this under control. And we have this Emperor that's showing up here. This is a person of power. Again, controlling, another card of control, another card of security, another card of power. So it's like, even though we've been kept in the dark about some things and people are worried, it could even be that someone that's in control that's worried about what's in the dark. And but we can endure because we're strong. We have that strength, enough strength to tame that lion, which is the pandemic. Okay, now I want to clarify, Spirit, the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords. What is it that you want us to know about that 8 of Swords? We have been feeling tied up and entrapped and that kind of thing because of the pandemic. Okay, so where are we headed with that, Spirit? Okay, the 5 of Cups is showing up here. So there has been a lot of loss, a lot of sorrow, that kind of thing. Of course, we know that, along with being tied up and feeling like we're entrapped and that kind of thing with the pandemic. But of course, we have those two. There's 2 other cups that are standing up, which is telling me that, like I said, we're strong enough if we can turn around and see those other 2 cups that are showing up there. And here we have the 2 of Pentacles showing up, which is telling me that we're going to have to balance some things. We're going to have to balance some things. Yeah, we're gonna have to try to come together, which I think is what that World card is saying, that the fighting needs to end, and we're gonna have to try to come together. Okay, and we have the Judgment card showing up next. Now I was working on the 10 of clarifying that Ten of Swords there. So the Judgment card is letting go of the past, that kind of thing. We can see here that people are being uplifted here. They're ready to move on. This angel is showing up with the trumpet and saying that things are clearing up. And let's see. Devil card to show the space, but let's see what else. Another card for that. Okay. Ten of Swords here. We have the Hangman. Okay, we have the Hangman showing up there. And I'm going to take that as we're going to see a new perspective concerning this whole thing. We're going to be shown a new perspective. We've been waiting patiently, and we're going to see something else. Anything else, Spirit, concerning the pandemic? Now that we're focused on other things as a collective. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords showing up. Okay, this is the Sword of Truth. So, okay, listen. This is what I'm thinking. And Justice at the bottom. Justice. I think there's been some things going on that we don't know about. These things are going to come out. It's involving the money. And yeah, it was fated. It was fated that this pandemic came about. I feel like the truth is going to come out. With that Ace of Swords showing up here, we're going to find out more about it. And I wanted to know if we were clear, if we're all clear, what's to come of it. Now that things are, the pandemic is being lifted and that kind of thing. I think that's what's going to happen, is that we're going to find out what's some things that we didn't know about, that we were not in the clear about. There may have been some kind of contracts or something going on. I'm not saying, I don't know how, how it got here. That doesn't matter. But as far as, then again, it was supposed to come here because it was fated. It was supposed to come to us. But in the end, there may have been some decisions made, some contracts drawn up, and that kind of thing concerning it. And we're going to find out, because not only did we get, I consider her, this Queen of Swords here, a Queen of Justice, a Queen of trying to balance and bring things together. She likes to balance the scale. She is a Libra energy. And then I have the Justice card showing up here. So I think that we're going to find out some more information about it. I don't know if that's telling us that we can kind of feel like we're in the clear or not, but we're going to find out some more information concerning it. There's going to be some people on the defensive, and they're on the defensive because of the money that's involved in that. And then, with the fighting that's going on overseas and that kind of thing, it's going to come to a completion. I feel like this is was helping to bring everything to a completion, because it's like we haven't really been focusing so much on the pandemic as we are now on the war. And this Magician is showing up here with the final outcome. I'm considering that this is, we felt like there's been some betrayal going on. Judgment is going to happen. Judgment is going to come. We're going to see some judgment happening. We're going to be enlightened. We have been patient. We're going to be enlightened. We're going to find out some things. We're going to see a new perspective concerning this pandemic. I mean, it looks like, I'm going to say it doesn't have to be a negative perspective, but it's looking like that in a sense. This Magician is going to make sure that we get what we need from this. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out what's been going on. You know, if there's been some things in the background that we don't know about, that kind of thing is going to come out. So I guess that didn't really answer my question as far as, are we out of the clear? Can we feel comfortable? And with the mandates and things being gone. But I think that it led me down another direction, and that we're going to find out some more information concerning this. So guys, tell me what you think. Leave me a comment in the comment section below, and let me know what you think about this, what's come out here in the cards. And thank you so much for being here. All right, bye now.